On today's DNVR Broncos podcast, we are dishing out some awards, breaking down this Texans team and how the Broncos can win. And we're going to be doing it with our guy, Brian Baldinger. Plus, we're giving out our final picks of the game. Big show starting now. Bringing home some awards today. We're going to break it down, plus break down the key to beating the Texans. We've got our guy, Brian Baldinger, joining us, and we are going to do it on the DNVR Broncos podcast, live from the Toyota Lounge, driven by your local Front Range Toyota stores, presented by Bet365. Use that code DNVR365 when you sign up. RK to my left, Henry to my right. We got Dion behind the camera and Zach rocking and rolling with you today. Happy Thursday, fellas.
Happy Thursday. Last show of the week. Weekend's almost here. Sun is shining. Doesn't get any better than this.
Really doesn't. It is, the vibes are good. Henry, do you agree?
Yeah. Halloween tomorrow, which I realized didn't factor into any of that at all. Halloween's a good thing.
Is it?
I don't actually think so, but I feel like you have to feel that way.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't think I've been summoned to go anywhere this weekend.
Yeah. Well, typically
I don't have to waste money on a costume.
Right. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is practice, which means writing for a few hours after practice, which means I don't have to do anything. But if I wanted to go give candy to kids, I could go do that.
I was thinking of just buying 12 king-size candy bars just in case anyone comes to our door.
Interesting.
That's what we're doing.
I know where you live.
Yeah, so if you know where either of us live, good candy.
Yes. Also, I will say I was watching this Peyton's Places with Brian Bosworth yesterday, and I was like, man, with my haircut right now, I could really pull off a great boss.
Oh, wow. I wonder if people get that reference.
Well, I've done it. I actually have done it once before.
Okay.
10 years ago.
Wow.
And it was very hit or miss.
Yeah.
It's for the fellas,
It really is. But if you did if we had costume day on the show, then it would work with our audience.
Right, but one of the things that came out in this Peyton's Places, which I guess I should have assumed, but I never really put together, Broncos fans hated Brian Bosworth. But everyone hated Brian Bosworth unless he was on your team.
Yeah.
Right.
Which are my favorite kind of players.
And then eventually,
when they're on my team.
I think the Seahawks fans even hated him because he wasn't any good in the NFL.
Well, he just had degenerative shoulders.
Oh, is that what it was?
Went away after 1.5 seasons in the league.
Right.
Do the Broncos have anyone like that on their team right now where everyone hates him unless he's on your team? Because obviously the Broncos have had
Bo
some
Nix
of those guys.
kind of got that to him, though.
You think so?
Yeah, but he's not there. But he has that in him.
Maybe someday. They really don't.
He scores the touchdown against the Giants, and he's doing a lap right in front of their bench.
Right.
Yeah.
he's got some FU in him.
Good.
Sean Payton.
Yeah, it's Sean Payton.
Sean Payton.
It's absolutely Sean Payton. Alex says he's going as me for Halloween.
Wow.
Alex, tell me how you're going to pull that off. Tell us how you'd pull it off if you went as any of us three.
Lululemon pants.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, probably Lululemon shirt.
The glasses.
Yep. I only wear the glasses on the show, but yeah, I guess if you're gonna be
that's true.
The Bo Nix haircut, which really should be called the Zac Stevens.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe I should go as Bo. No, I can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
Can I?
Yeah.
Or I just go as a Top Gun Tom Cruise sort of character, because it seems like Bo Nix goes as one of those every single year.
I love that my quarterback has no time for your costume bullshit.
I agree.
All he can do is simply change his jacket.
Yep.
I don't even think he changed shoes.
He didn't. Pants same, undershirt the same.
Yep.
I think he even had the same glasses, right? Sunglasses.
Yeah, same glasses.
Just put on a different jacket.
Just change the jacket.
I love it.
Yeah.
High level shit.
That's talking about being dialed in.
Yes.
Wow.
And yesterday he talked about it. He said we got to keep the main thing, but it is good to go out with the guys and their wives occasionally.
Benny Fowler says it's a key ingredient to winning a Super Bowl.
Right.
Broncos got that going on. Yep. Also, key ingredients is taking home some awards, guys.
Yeah.
Will Lutz showed that he is big nuts Lutz this past month. Taking home AFC Special Teams Player of the Month. He was perfect on field goals. He was perfect on extra points. He had a 57-yarder in London and a game-winning field goal against the Giants. So congrats to Will.
Wow.
Lutz-tober.
Nice. Do they ever give Special Teams Player of the Month to like a flanker?
No.
That's lame.
So it's
just best kicker and or punter potentially.
and or returner.
Right.
Okay, returners. Okay.
Yep. He's the first he's one of 2 Broncos to win this award twice. Henry, if you know who the other one is, don't say it. Can either of you guess?
Special Teams Player of the Month?
Twice.
I've got 2 guesses. Wait,
Okay.
well, you were about to give me a hint.
Yeah, do you want a hint?
Let me first try. I'm gonna go Trindon Holiday.
It's a good guess.
Oh.
Too
Is it just Marvin?
cute.
down.
Too cute.
Marvin?
Oh.
Yeah.
Marvin
that
Mims.
also still too cute.
Really?
Yeah.
Jason Elam?
No.
Brandon
Prater.
McManus.
There we go. Matt Prater. Shout out to Daniel, who also got the exact same time that Ryan said it. Matt Prater got that. And one other award, RJ Harvey took home NFL Rookie of the Week for not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdowns scored in this game.
Crazy. That edit, by the way, from the UCF creative department, unbelievable.
They're good.
Yeah. I mean, they might just do that one video really good. It's the only thing I've ever seen from them. But
Yeah.
you only get one first impression, and they nailed that, and then they nailed their second impression on me as well.
Yeah,
They
it's
did.
very true. So congratulations to those guys for winning some awards. Let's give you the Broncos update. What's going on with them right now before we dive into the Texans? And like I said, Baldy's joining us in just a couple of minutes as well. Guys, this game is eerily similar to a game the Broncos played a couple of years ago. When the Broncos had Sean Payton, they also had Russell Wilson. They went into Houston on a 5-game win streak.
Yep.
Broncos now going into Houston on a 5-game win streak. Let's just hope this one ends a little bit different than that game did because remember how that ended?
I just remember the bullshit call on Alex Singleton.
Yep. After
Right.
he got a sack.
No, he just
After
hit
he
him
got
and
a
like
sack?
pushed him, and then Stroud pushed him back.
Yeah.
and then he
That's right,
pushed him
that's
back.
right,
and
that's
then,
right.
Of course, threw the flag on
Alex Singleton in that game had 12 tackles and a sack,
Wow.
plus that BS call. Alex also has the second longest active streak of 5+ tackles in a game at 26 right now. So put some damn respect on his name there. The game ended in what Sean Payton called chaos.
It was a Lucas
Right.
Kroll
Yes,
target.
it was.
Right.
It was Russell Wilson just throwing the ball up for Lucas Kroll.
What I've always
And,
said you have to do in win or
Right.
lose situations.
then the
Yeah.
Broncos are hosed this week because Lucas Kroll is out.
Russ is gone too.
Yeah, it's true. Still have Sean, though. So Broncos should have a better winning formula in this game. But it is interesting. Back-to-back times they played, they were entering Houston on a 5-game win streak here.
It should honestly be illegal to post on the internet videos of Russell Wilson playing for the Broncos.
I can sign
Okay.
off on that.
Because like I saw that post go out yesterday. I was like, last time the Broncos, and then I just have to see that, and it's just, it's so unsettling.
Yeah.
I am pro
I
more
agree.
laws on the internet. So I'll sign up for that one too.
Are there any laws on the internet?
I don't know.
So just laws.
Sometimes
on the
it feels
internet.
like
you're
no.
pro laws on the
Yeah,
internet.
I think that there's
Yeah.
something there.
That works.
Yeah.
Also, last time we talked about this, nope, we're not. Never mind.
Okay, we're moving on. Yeah, see, we're done. We're done saying his name in Denver. Pat Surtain, a guy that we are not done saying his name. Sean was asked yesterday. Obviously, Pat did not practice. That's not a surprise. On Pat's podcast, he said, your boy is going to be back out there in no time. Broncos did not place him on IR. Sean Payton did say, when asked if the Broncos consider putting him on IR or considering putting him on IR, Sean said, we've had all those discussions. He left it at that. But guys, I don't think he's going to go on IR. And I think this is a big win for the Broncos.
What's your 1 to 10? Actually, give me a percentage chance.
Slightly different.
Pat Surtain plays against the Chiefs.
25%.
Oh, okay.
Good thing you went percent, because otherwise he would have been really torn between the 2 and the 3.
I know. I
Yeah.
gave him
that was
10 more digits per.
Or I just would have
Ross-
gone 1/4.
Right.
That's huge.
10.
10%? I'll take that.
I'll
too.
go 15. Take advantage of the percentages.
I thought Zach was going to say 5%, so he said 5x what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so anything other than that makes me feel good.
I would say 80% he plays against the Commanders, though. Maybe 90%.
It's got to be 100.
Yeah,
105.
Just touch wood about the 100%.
Okay.
But so good news there. So who's going to replace him? We all think it's Chris Abrams, Drana. Is that right?
Yes.
Yesterday, Sean had some incredibly high praise for Chris Abrams, Drain. When asked about him, he said, what stands out are two things when I look at him. He's extremely intelligent, and I would say he might have the best hands on this team. He's got elite ball skills. Now, he's really quiet, but a really good football player with good instincts and really good ball skills. The best hands on the team?
Okay, I need to ask you something before I give my take on this. Was this like Shelby Harris has the best hands on the team, like joke?
No, straight up.
Then why is he playing corner? In backup corner at that. Playing backup corner? He has the best hands on the team?
He was a four-star
Elite ball skills?
recruit as a receiver. Then they flipped him after his first year at Missouri.
Trade deadline acquisition? Cat on offense.
Wow.
But then
and
who
Dre
plays
Greenlaw
corner?
on defense.
Exactly.
Well, who would play corner is Jahdae Barron yesterday. So Sean, a couple of months ago, said that their plan for Jahdae Barron right now is to play inside with the flex outside, but primarily an inside guy. That's what we've seen so far. No surprise there. Sean was asked, well, is he going to continue to play inside out or will he play outside in? And Sean said, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I'm not going to tell you if he's playing outside or inside. Why would I do that?
It's a good point, Sean.
Yeah, it's a really good point.
Sean does not want to give us the formula, but we all think that it would be Chris Abrams' drain, especially with those ball skills, elite hands. And guys, that's the one thing the Broncos defense has been missing is turnovers. They're 20th in the NFL in turnovers. They're 17th in the NFL in interceptions. This defense is elite outside of those categories. Wouldn't it be crazy? You're not upgrading at that position with Pat Surtain out. Wouldn't it be crazy if the backup comes in and has a pick this week against CJ Stroud?
I mean, he's going to get chances. Just like he got chances last time, took
agree.
advantage with the interception, his only other career start. Like,
Yep.
they're going to throw the ball his way. I asked Pat Bryant about the best hands on the team thing.
I love this quote.
I love it so much. And he said, KD can catch. KD can catch. KD used to play receiver. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's effing with me, though. I'll be catching some crazy shit. I just caught some crazy shit today, and I make it look effortless. That's what a receiver is supposed to
God,
say.
I love that.
That's what a receiver is supposed
Have
to say.
you sent that to Benny yet?
No, he texted me this morning. He actually asked me for my email this morning. Don't know what that's about. But
I do.
Oh,
He asked me for my email too.
do you know why?
No, I don't.
Well, so I was
Kinda.
going to send him this
Wow.
too, but I was like, he's on Twitter. He's seen it. We got the graphic up.
You know what? Court, a vet, took a very different
Yes.
approach when asked that exact same thing. With a big smile after pausing, he said, Coach is always right. So Court did not want to
Yeah.
push back against
That's crazy.
against that. Yeah, I mean, if you're ever going to push back against your coach, it's saying, no, I have better ball skills than a defensive player.
Yeah, I'm just having a really hard time getting past the fact that we have a guy on the team who runs a 4.40 with elite hands who's just sitting on the bench every week.
Yeah.
You kind of do wonder, wouldn't he be a returner? I mean, I know it's not like the exact same thing, but he's never really even been in the mix, has he?
Not really. No.
But like a backup corner
Yeah.
that's got great hands, runs a 4.40, wouldn't
You'd think.
you be in the mix a little bit?
Yeah,
don't-
you
Maybe
would
he's too
think.
valuable.
But I mean, you have the best returner.
Yeah. And Riley's just always been kind of that second guy.
But you also have two guys at back there for kickoff.
Yeah, and
And he-
RJ Harvey's not doing it.
And he is active on game days.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. After RJ, because I don't think I said this on the show, after RJ against the Giants caught the ball out of bounds and it was like an awful decision. I don't know if they showed on the broadcast or not, but special teams coordinator Darren Rizzi had his hands had his head in his hands bent over for 20 seconds. He just was in disbelief.
I was too,
About
for
that.
what it's worth.
Yeah, it's very fair. One more thing that we need to get the record straight on, and maybe help Sean out here, or maybe not. I'm not sure. Mercedes Lewis,
Well, Sean says
let's get to that in just a second after I give a shout out to our friends over at Ent Credit Union, where Broncos Country, this one is for you. If you want to bank like a Bronco, Ent Credit Union is going to hook you up because they've got all the perks for Broncos fans. First off, you can see it right on the screen. They've got the Ent debit card with Bo Nix on it. Signed Bo Nix, throwing like a crazy off-platform throw. It's a sweet debit card. We all have to have debit cards. And if you want the best one for Broncos fans, this one is it for you. Plus, they are going to give you 10% off food and gear on game days at Empower Field at Mile High by using that card. You're going to have no surprise fees, and every 15 swipes on your Broncos checking debit card gives you a chance to earn home Broncos tickets. So make sure to use that card all the time because we're all swiping our card too. Might as well have a chance to earn Broncos tickets with that. So if you're ready to bank like Bronco, head over to ent.com/DNVR. That's ent.com/DNVR to learn more. Insured by NCUA, membership required, account requires associated Ent Broncos debit card.
Also, shout out to our friends over at Common Spirit because they've got something for everybody. Like, well, people with serious injuries and less injuries and like things that they're managing. But also, if you're an athlete, they've got some awesome options, whether it's a sports injury or chronic pain. They're home to an incredible sports medicine program that includes their new Sports Center Common Spirit Health in Parker. It's a team of qualified, passionate providers. They specialize in the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of sports-related injuries for all athletes, including your Denver Broncos players. They're experts. I almost said exports. They're experts, understand the unique demands your body faces, so you'll get personalized treatment plans combining things like physical therapy, injury prevention strategies, and strength training. It's not just about fixing what's broken. It's about preventative care, performance enhancement, and getting you back to peak condition safely and quickly. So don't let an injury keep you on the bench, or even better, get proactive about your health. For more information, visit mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos.
And shout out to our presenting sponsor, Bet365. Use that code DNVR365 when you sign up. Deposit $10, place a $5 bet, and you're going to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. All right, Ryan, how do you think you say it? Mercedes?
You just kind of muffle the sound a little bit after the M so no one can tell which one you're doing.
So do it.
It's Mercedes.
Oh.
Do it again.
Mercedes.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Yesterday, when Sean was asked a question about Mercedes, someone pronunciated a little too much for Sean's liking, so he corrected him. Let's hear this little clip right here, and really
detail oriented.
Really be sure to listen how Sean pronounces this.
Sean, with Mercedes, just given how long he's played.
Mercedes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sean says Mercedes.
Yeah, like the car.
Just like the car after the reporter said Mercedes. No, it's not pronounced how it's spelled. Mercedes, right, Henry?
Well, again, if you trust Sean on how to say it, then yes, it's Mercedes. If you trust Mercedes on how to say it, then it's Mercedes. So you just kind of take your pick between the two of who knows the name better.
Yeah.
Mercedes also said that a lot of people just say it however they want, so it's no big deal. And sometimes it's easier just to call him Big Dog.
That's what Aqib Talib told me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. When you're 41, you don't get to pick your name is your name at that point.
But I like what he said at the end. You could just call me Big Dog. So I'm going to go with Big Dog.
Yeah. Andre's going to love that.
He is.
Sean said Big Dog is a tremendous blocker, and it really seems like he will play. He's number 89 on the Broncos. He was at practice yesterday, and it really seems like he's going to get a role this week, which is awesome.
Anytime touchdown score.
Oh, my. Is it?
Sign me up.
Does Bet365 offer that?
Let me check.
They've got, maybe not right now, but maybe later in the week.
That's
right.
true. Did they put that stuff up this
They
early?
will. I
usually bet on a game about 5 minutes before it starts.
Yeah, that
stresses me out.
I
I've
know.
got 3 bets tonight. They've been out there all day.
The point of betting is kind of to stress yourself out.
Yeah.
And really quick, before we take a look at the Texans, want to give a check-in and look at our Common Spirit injury report, because yesterday, Pat Surtain did not practice with that pec. Marvin Mims did not practice with the concussion. Nate Atkins did not practice with the knee. I wouldn't expect at least Atkins and Surtain to play. Maybe Marvin does. We'll find out a little bit more today and tomorrow. PJ Locke popped up as limited with a neck injury, but he did practice. And then Dre Greenlaw, good to see him out there. He was a full participant. So Dre is officially back. And if you want to experience the difference compassion makes, find a Common Spirit location near you and discover a new standard of health and healing by visiting mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos.
So it's not available yet. There are touchdown bets available. I'm guessing he'll have to be active before they add him to it.
Probably.
But Adam Troutman, anytime touchdown scorer, is currently plus 850. So I'm guessing it'll be a little higher than that.
I mean, he has 11 catches in the last 3 seasons while not missing a game. So if you say there's 11 catches over the course of 51 games.
Yep.
Good
math.
Yeah, it'll probably go up. The current highest odds to score a touchdown is a person I've never heard of by the name of British Brooks for the Texans.
Also never heard of him.
Great British name, I would say.
What are those odds?
Plus 4,000.
Yeah, he should be a plus 4,000 guy.
Because really, he should be, based on those numbers, about plus 450 to get a catch.
Right.
And then for that catch to be a touchdown.
We're cashing in on this shit this week.
My best guess would be none, but I can check real quick.
Who?
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Yeah, big dog.
I'm a Sean guy. I'm going to go Mercedes.
That's crazy. Sean will probably be here longer than Mercedes, though.
So actually,
I would take that for sure.
3 of those 11 catches were touchdowns.
Wow. Okay. Ryan, I like where your head's at there. What's going to be tough, though, is going up against this Texans defense because they are good. What's interesting that Sean and Bo kind of went out of their way to talk about when talking about this Texans defense, and they did not mean it in a bad way. But they both said, like, they don't do much on defense, but what they do, they're very good at. So it's simple. It's simple what they do. And man, if anyone's going to be able to figure out how to beat a simple defense, it is Sean Payton. But guys, this is the best defense in the NFL. As good as we think the Broncos are, maybe the Broncos are more talented. Maybe at the end of the season, the Broncos will be better. Right now, in terms of the statistics, the Texans are the best defense in the NFL. They've given up the fewest points per game, 14.8. They've given up the fewest yards per game. So any way you want to quantify them, they are the best defense except...
What about EPA plus?
Is it not? Are they not? Except in one key area. And this is a key area. Red zone. They're the second worst red zone defense in the NFL, which is crazy. What's crazy is like they still, even with the second worst red zone defense, they're still the number 1 defense in terms of points given up per game.
They've got the rare don't bend but break defense.
Exactly, yes.
Right.
Don't give anything up until the floodgates just explode.
Yeah. It's like a really like strong piece of plexiglass or something.
And when it breaks,
it's not going to bend, but once you bend it, it breaks.
It's a really good point. So how do you break something that doesn't bend?
It's a great question.
Like a bomb?
I will say this. Yeah. The teams that they've played does not really make you feel like, wow, I can't believe they stopped them.
Yeah.
You've got the Rams, which, that's a good one. They did lose the game. You got the Buccaneers. They gave up 14 points to the Rams in week 1.
Yeah, that's legit.
They held the Buccaneers, again, a good offense. At least I feel like they're a good offense. I don't know the numbers.
Yeah, they are.
20-19, they lost.
That's legit.
Then they played the they played the Jaguars. They gave up 17 points and lost. They played the Titans. They gave up 0 points and won. Good job.
They won.
They played the Ravens. No Lamar. They gave up 10 points and won. They played the Seahawks. They gave up 27. That's their high mark of the year. They lost. And then last week they played the 49ers with, of course, Mac Jones at quarterback. And
better than Brock Purdy.
Gave up 15 points.
Yeah.
Like that.
They don't really play man coverage, which is interesting. Typically, you think of like a defense like that with like Derek Stingley as the man coverage defense. It's not the case. Kind of weird. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at Bo's like man versus zone splits. That's something that would be worth digging into. But yeah, I'm curious. It's just going to be like confusing. They don't need to send a lot of guys to get pressure because with Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, it's like one of the best edge rusher duos you're going to see anywhere. Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, they are, and they do pick the ball off. Their secondary is good at taking the ball away. So that's going to be a key, and that's why they're good at not letting you get into the red zone, is because they have those pass rushers. They're good against the run, and then they pick the ball off. So that's going to be a big key for Bo Nix, is just being safe with it. And like the Twitter chat's saying, a big thing to help with that is run the ball. J.K. Dobbins, the third most rushing yards in the NFL. If Sean Payton sticks with the run, even if it's only averaging 3.8 yards per carry, that's going to be such a great sign.
Yeah.
Bo Nix has been slightly worse against zone than man this year, but the splits aren't very dramatic.
Interesting. Yeah, somebody in the chat asked which edge rusher duo is better, ours or theirs. I feel like that's not a very fun conversation, because like the Broncos edge rushers get a bunch of one-on-ones because you're sending blitzers and doing all that sort of stuff, whereas Will Anderson them. Oh, just give me the Broncos.
Henry, it might be the 1 and 2 in the NFL, just depending on what's your flavor. I'll take the one that's more productive this year, which is the Broncos right now. But Will Anderson is starting to creep into that Defensive Player of the Year conversation, which obviously Nick Benito's already very much in. Will Anderson has fewer sacks than Nick, but he has more tackles for a loss. I believe Nick and Will Anderson are number 1 and 2 in pressure rate in the entire NFL this season. So just getting the ball out quick is going to be big, as well as good as this Broncos offensive line has played. This is a extremely legit front. And Danielle Hunter is really good, and he's slept on because of what Will Anderson's doing.
Yeah. This is kind of a take about the Texans offense, but I guess it just applies to the entire game. Like, I watched the Texans 49ers game, and it almost, like, sometimes zooming out and not being watching your team really makes you realize how simple football can be sometimes. Like, the 49ers just got no pressure on the quarterback, and so the quarterback made plays, and then the Texans got lots of pressure on the quarterback, and so their quarterback didn't make plays.
That's crazy that the 49ers weren't able to get pressure on CJ Stroud.
Bro, it honestly looked like the Cowboys and Broncos.
Wow. Because every game that I've watched of the Texans, it's so easy to get pressure on CJ. Now, I'll give CJ credit. I think last year he was sacked like 51 times. Midway through the season right now, he's been sacked 15 times, so he's on pace for like 60% fewer, 40% fewer sacks than last year. But man, he still holds on to the ball, and what he's done a good job of now is he'll just drift back 10 yards, get out of the tackle box, and throw the ball away, which is obviously better than a sack. But man, if the Broncos are constantly doing that, which I think they are going to do that, it's going to be a really tough day for CJ in that offense.
That game, that was the season low 21% pressure rate for the Texans offense.
Makes sense.
What did the Cowboys pressure rate on the Broncos?
Very low, but I'll find the number.
I will say, man, they did until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
If you give CJ time back there, he's really fun to watch throw the ball downfield. The Broncos just aren't gonna do that.
No. And again, they've had I put that in air quotes, only had 6 sacks in the past 2 weeks. This is a game to get 7 sacks and just be right back on that NFL record pace.
I said earlier this week, but it's Ariante Ursary is the left tackle, which is Nick Benito's matchup. And you love that. Like a rookie going up against Benito. He should be able to make up for missing 2 weeks with the sacks this week.
Yep, I completely agree. Interesting, they traded Laramie Tunsil in the offseason to the Commanders. I mean, a solid left tackle, which would have really helped them in this game. But shout out to the Texans for doing that. We're going to have Baldy on to help us break down this game. But before we do that, want to give a shout out to our presenting sponsor, Bet365. Use that code DNVR365 when you sign up. Deposit $10, place a $5 bet, and you're going to get $200 in bonus bets. Win or lose, which can be used immediately tonight. We've got the Ravens playing the Dolphins. Lamar's back. Both teams with 2 wins. Yet the Ravens are 7.5-point favorites. Who do you like?
I just have to pick Lamar. But I'm tempted, especially at plus 360. To sprinkle the Dolphins, especially after they went and balled out last week.
I think it's the over.
I
think I've just been watching too much of the Dolphins with Achane. I think his line's like 92.5 rushing plus receiving yards, like Waddle's like at 80. So I think I'm taking both those overs.
I like that.
Like a Derek Henry touchdown.
By the way, my Jokic parlay might have hit last night if he played the fourth
Right.
quarter.
It was so
But
close.
the points would have been up against.
It would have been close.
Got the triple double. So, and then you can use those bonus bets all weekend long. So make sure to use that code DNVR365 when you sign up. Must be 21 and older, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, once help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
And shout out to
Dick's
Sporting Goods, man. One of the best places, if not the best place, to get geared up for all of your sporting goods needs. I'll never forget, man, as a kid, I needed a new baseball bat, and I wanted one so bad. Finally, my mom was like, all right, we can go to Dick's, get a new baseball bat. And, like, just walking in there and seeing that rack of baseball bats, and I wanted, like, just deciding between them. There's just a great feeling about when you get new gear.
Yeah.
And Dick's has the best. And they also have the hottest apparel, footwear, and, of course, they have DNVR gear in there now. So if you're at a Front Range Dick's Sporting Goods location, make sure you check out this apparel section and get yourself some new DNVR gear. Get your gear fast with free curbside pickup at your nearest store or easy shipping from Dicks.com, because every season starts at Dick's. Got these shoes from Dick's.
They
Shout out to 'em.
look nice. And
Super comfy.
Speaking of the best, Ryan, let's bring in the best guest out there. Our guy, Brian Baldinger, is joining us right now. Baldy, what's going on?
Hey, guys. I'm pretty with you right now. I'm getting ready for the kickoff week 9 here in South Florida, man. The Ravens and Dolphins here. So little maybe changing of the picture of the AFC here a little bit with Lamar coming back. So anyways, it's just time waits for no man. It's time to move on here, guys.
Absolutely. And Baldy, your shirt is perfect for this conversation. We're in the Sack Summit shirt, and we're talking about two great defenses playing this week in Houston, the Broncos and the Texans. So I want to start with the Texans defense. What is the key, or how daunting is this matchup for the Broncos offense? Coming off a 44-point performance, I know that was against a very bad defense. Now they're going up against statistically the best. What's the key for Bo Nix to stay hot against this good defense?
Well, you better have a plan for Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. I mean, because San Francisco didn't. They had some crazy blocking schemes. They're pulling the center to try to block Will Anderson. And, Mac Jones was getting rocked pretty good. They played a violent game against San Francisco, and they looked like they wanted to turn things around. Now, on the other side, they're not very good on the offensive line, but San Francisco, they just made a trade for a defense end. They don't have the firepower that you have up front. You guys have 36 sacks in 8 games right now. It leads the league. It might set a record on the pace that they're on. And so when CJ does not get time to throw, their offense isn't very good. And so it could look a whole lot different than what they did last week against the 49ers.
I'm curious, Ariante Ursary starting at left tackle. That's Nick Benito's side. What do you think of that matchup?
Well, I mean, look, they fired their offensive coordinator and their offensive line coach because they couldn't block, guys in Kansas City last year in a playoff loss, and they were awful. And they better have a plan for Nick and for Coop, and for Zach. I mean, they better be chipping the edges all game long before they even think about getting guys out. So you should see them in double wings with their tight ends, or running backs, giving help over there. Because Ariante Ursary, I like him. He's a good prospect. I liked him at the Senior Bowl, but he's not ready for Nick Benito. He's not ready for that takeoff that he's going to see this weekend. So I would think that they're going to have a much better game plan than they had like against Kansas City in the playoff loss last year.
Yeah. If the question is which team can have a better plan to, try to stifle the pass rush, is it safe to say you'd want Sean Payton, coming up with that plan for how to dodge those pass rushers on the other side?
I don't think he's going to leave Mike McGlinchey alone out there against Will Anderson. This guy has an incredible – I mean, he reminds me a lot of, Denver's outside pass rushers. He's got an electric takeoff. He's ready to play every play. Danielle is just a crafty guy. He's really long. He's hard. You can't get your hands to his body. He jumps around blocks. He's just a little bit different, and he's got a long arm stab that's really good. But Will and Derek Barnett, you can't forget about 96. Derek Barnett is a power rusher, and he rotates in there. And Danico Autry is really good no matter where they put him. I mean, they've got really good guys up front that can win one-on-ones.
Baldy, unfortunately, the Broncos are not going to have Pat Surtain this week and likely for a couple of weeks as he deals with that pec strain. How big of a blow is this for the Broncos defense, specifically going up against the Texans?
Well, I don't, Nico Collins didn't play last week, and I don't know what his status is this week. I mean, you would think Patrick would be on the number one target that C.J. Stroud has had since he came into this league, 3 years now. But I thought I was a little caught off guard, honestly, when Patrick went down last week and they replaced him with Chris Abrams' drain. I honestly thought Jade would go there, but it looks like they just played Jade interior. He got a sack inside in a 4-receiver look last week, but he got his interception on that look. I thought Jade would be the guy, but, he was their 5th-round pick last year. He's been in the system with Vance, and he went and replaced him outside. He played well. So I don't know what their plan is right now, if they're going to leave, Jaquan still inside, if they're going to move Jade outdoors or outside, or if they're going to put Chris there. But they do lose a real matchup guy. And that wasn't always the case, but, that's what Surtain loved to do, whether it's tight ends, receivers. He loved to match up on your number one target, Brock Bowers, whatever it was. And so they're going to lose that aspect to their defense, which is considerable right now.
The Broncos also signed Mercedes Lewis yesterday, which is a lot of fun. 41-year-old going to be playing for the Broncos this weekend. What do you think of that signing? And do you think, for him just coming in off the street, is he going to be functional blocking defensive ends 5 days after being signed?
I think Mercedes came in the league to Jacksonville either 05 or 06, I forget, out of UCLA. And I have big hands. But Mercedes Lewis, he just engulfs he's got the biggest set of mitts on just about anybody you're going to meet. He's a great guy. Palczewski's playing left guard now. They need a guy to block the edge. I think that guy can block the edge. You don't have to put an extra offensive lineman out there. You want to get a strong side running game going, you better be able to block, those outside linebackers to do it. I think it's a smart signing. Because maybe he plays 10, 15 plays a game, but he's really good at just that. And if you leave him alone, he can catch the ball. He's not going to drop it. So I think it's you want to have your fullback, you want to have your tight end, you want to have your team in 4-minute drill to be able to run the ball, all these different things. And there's a place for that guy. So I think he's always in shape. He's bounced around the league. He's played for a lot of teams, but he's a good blocker. He looks like an offensive tackle out there.
I think you and him were teammates at one point, weren't you?
It seems like he's been around the league that long. Yeah.
Baldy, with the Broncos now at 6-2, first place in the AFC West, where do you view them as a legit Super Bowl contender, or is there some other boxes they need to check before you're willing to go that far?
Well, it's the quarterback obviously played great last week, and they went after some real pigeons out there that are playing defense for Dallas, and he had a great game. They're not going to get that in a playoff game. I guess it's a question of how much you trust the quarterback right now. I mean, he's playing great, so I don't want to knock him at all. But it comes down to a quarterback play when you get to the postseason. They play Kansas City in a couple of weeks. That's going to be a real test. Chiefs are playing great. You'll see them against Buffalo this weekend. But honestly, it's your quarterback he's got to make plays. He's going to go against really good defenses. Every possession matters. You can't make mistakes. So can they be a Super Bowl contender if you believe in Bo Nix to play at that level, the way Jalen Hurts did last year, the way Mahomes has done, what Lamar hasn't done yet, even though he's got MVPs to his name. But that's, I think, what it's going to come down to. I think everything else is pretty much in place right now.
Baldy, kind of along those lines, couple more for you. Along those lines, should the Broncos make a trade before the trade deadline next Tuesday? And if so, is it at guard to help Palcho out when Ben Powers is gone? Is it at receiver? Is it tight end? Or do you think the Broncos are set right here? Do you think there's a move that takes them over the top so you will say they are a Super Bowl contender?
I think they like their guys. I mean, they're playing a lot of young guys. Obviously, Pat Bryant catches a touchdown pass. RJ, catches touchdowns. I I think they like their young guys. They're not making mistakes. I mean, you might go for a veteran receiver if you thought the young guys, Troy Franklin is, it's almost like they forgot about Cortland last week. They went to all these other guys, and so I feel like, Evan Ingram really, has had a role this year, but you could see him having bigger roles in certain games, the way he can run and catch and do certain things. I feel like, Dre Greenlaw got on the field, then he got suspended, so he's back. He'll be back after the suspension. I think, they've got a depth at corner that most teams don't have. So I don't really see them spending any capital right now to go after somebody.
Yeah, that's very fair. Do you have one, Henry?
Yeah. I'm curious, looking at a guy like TJ Hawkinson, another tight end who maybe is a little bit more versatile than Evan Ingram, could kind of patch, I guess, Nate Adkins or Mercedes Lewis, who's playing that role while Adkins is hurt. Something like that could make sense. Maybe Mark Andrews. I really like a couple of these guys from the Dolphins. Maybe the Dolphins get smashed tonight. They decide to go in a different direction. Could Jalen Waddle be available? Achane might be a little bit redundant since you have an RJ Harvey, but boy, is he a good running back. I don't know. I want something. I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like the arms race this time of year. San Francisco just made a move. Pittsburgh just made a move. Tuesday is a trade deadline. So it's going to happen here and I think guys are going to move. They've got good chemistry over there right now. Kansas City is looking like a formidable foe. The Chargers are going to get healthier, and their young guys really popped in the last game that they played. I feel like the young energy that these guys are bringing is really healthy, on both sides of the ball. And so I don't know, and I know, they're not going to get Achane. They're not going to let him go in Miami. And I don't think they need him. But I could, would Minnesota depart with Hawkinson? He's not really using him. The quarterback situation is in flux. But I don't feel like they're going to give away chips right now with a half a season to go. And maybe J.J. McCarthy is the answer and he can stay healthy. And then they got this guy, Josh Oliver, that kind of is their tight end right now that they're throwing to. So you might be able to pry him loose. I don't know the details of this stuff, what it takes to get these guys. But I don't think Minnesota feels like they're out of it yet. So I'd be surprised if anything happens there.
Baldy, final one for you. I am convinced that the game this weekend is going to be 10-9 or 12-8 or 13-12, something like that. Is there any reason to think that the offenses are both going to do great against these defenses, or would you expect that sort of a slugfest in this game?
Well, the only way I think teams scoring the 20 in this game is if there's turnovers. If Denver's getting the ball on the ground, they're getting short fields, out of CJ's hands or somebody. If something like that happens, I could see Denver scoring in the 20s. But it's their defense, what they did to San Francisco. I mean, it was just Azeez Al-Shire and these guys. They were just playing with such violence, and I'm sure that D'Amico is this is how we got to play to win. This is the only way to play. So I think you're going to get their best shot this weekend. And so it could be a slugfest. It could be, 14-13, 17-14. It could be something like that in this game.
Baldy, love the insight. Thank you for joining us. And Broncos 2 games in the next 7 days. So we look forward to catching up in between those next week.
You got it, Zach. Take care, guys. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Baldy.
See you, Baldy, man. Always love catching up with the legend Brian Baldinger. And I want to know your guys' picks for this Broncos game. Do you think the Broncos are going to get in the 20s, the 30s? Are they going to get 44 points in this game and match what they did last week? I want to hear your official predictions after I give a shout out to the most delicious food out there. It's our friends over at Taco Bell. It does not have to be a Taco Tuesday for you to enjoy Taco Bell. It can be a Taco Thursday today or a Taco Bell weekend, because those are always in store and always delicious. Taco Bell, they just have new things every single week. It feels like it's almost every single day they have new things, including the Flamin' Hot Frito Grilled Cheese Burrito. Talk about just putting all the good things in together to one thing.
Yep.
That's what you get with the Flamin' Hot Frito
There's
Grilled
no such
Cheese
thing as
Burrito.
too much of a good thing.
Yeah, and Taco Bell's trying to push those limits. They're like, can we put too much good into one thing, and no, it just does not happen. And if you can't decide, may I recommend the Buff Box, whether you're heading up to Boulder for the Arizona CU game this week, or you just want delicious food at the best value. $7 for the Buffs Box. You get 4 Taco Bell Classics Player Collectible Cup to satisfy your Taco Bell crave. This is the best deal in all of Colorado, and Taco Bell is a proud partner of CU Athletics and is donating $1,000 to the Golden Buff Scholarship Foundation for every CU touchdown scored in 2025. Live Moss at Taco Bell.
And shout out to Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers. They're proud to be the official sponsor of Denver sports fans. When life calls an audible, you need a team that won't back down and is ready to take your treatment head on. They'll rally around you with the same passion, pride, and relentless spirit that you've brought to every game day. You show up for your team loud and loyal and all in, and they're the team that is going to show up for you. DNVR Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers are proud to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There's a couple days left. Most of us know somebody who's faced it. It's closer to home than we'd like to admit. The good news is it's highly treatable when it's caught early. So here's the challenge. Ladies, if you're 40 or older, schedule your screening. And fellas, check in with the women you care about, your mom, your sister, your best friend, your teammate, whatever it may be. A simple nudge could make all the difference. And if you find that you or a loved one does need treatment, Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers is here to help. Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers, your courage, our expertise. Head to RockyMountainCancerCenters.com to learn more.
And shout out to our presenting sponsor, Bet365. If you are going to bet this weekend, do it over at Bet365 and take advantage of those bonus bets.
I've got a little, remember the Albert O showcase game?
Oh, yeah.
I've got a Jalen Waddle showcase game SGP in tonight.
I love that.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like
what are the
over
lines?
60 yards, over 4.5 catches, and a touchdown.
That's money.
Easy.
Especially
He
no
does that every
Tyreek
game.
Hill.
I know.
That's
Because he's been
I love
over
that, Ryan.
over 103 of the last 4, I think.
don't get me excited like this, Henry.
I mean, yeah, I believe in it.
Wow.
And it's kind of like a perfect situation to trade a guy because you get this game and then you could trade him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like
No,
you have this extra kind of mini buy to like start making calls.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's a good chance the Ravens beat the hell out of the Dolphins tonight. They fire Mike McDaniel, and then they start making all the trades the next couple days.
Wow.
Some media member, and it was, I don't remember who, but said that they might keep Mike McDaniel because the owner loves him. Like they might keep him beyond this year,
Wow.
which would be absolutely crazy. I wouldn't put my money on that, but holy cow, that would just blow everyone
This is
away.
why you have to have good owners.
Yes,
It is.
100%. Okay, we're going to get to our picks. Let us know in the comment section, in the Twitter chat, or below your score prediction. Do the Broncos win, and do they get in the 20s? What is the score prediction? Henry Chisholm.
I'll go. Give me 29-23 Broncos.
Smashing
Yep.
the over. Over under 39.5 over on Bet365.
Yeah. So my question to you guys relates to something Baldy said, which is like they're gonna have to have a plan. He said this about both teams. They're gonna have to have a plan for the Texans pass rush. The Texans are gonna have to have a plan for the Broncos pass rush. Who would you rather have making that plan? Would you rather have Sean Payton making the plan for the Texans pass rush or Nick Caley making the plan for stopping the Broncos pass rush?
It's a rhetorical question, right?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Everyone would pick Sean Payton in this matchup, in that specific matchup. So give me Broncos 21, Texans 10.
Kind of. Not blowouts, but you guys both got them winning semi-comfortably. I like this.
The thing about Ryan's is just 3 scores. Like 29, I don't even know how that math works.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you get 29 points.
Yeah, it's very true.
But it take a lot of scores to get there.
Guys, you know the Texans are favorites in this game?
I do.
1.5-ish points, kind of
Yeah.
moving around right there
Kind of
over at
hoping they somehow
Bet365.
it keeps pushing that way.
Yeah, so
Me-
that you can get
yes.
even more money.
Yep.
Because what is it, plus 100 right now if you bet on Broncos money line?
Yeah, about
I
that.
think it's right there. So Broncos dogs in this game, going up against a 3-4 Texans team. I do think it's going to be a scratching and clawing and scratching.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scratching
Yeah,
and clawing.
it's a phrase
Yes.
you made up last time we did this.
No,
Scratching.
it's real.
It's a thing,
Oh.
but I think I just really messed it up. It's going to be one of those ugly games. Give me Broncos 13-12.
God, I would hate this.
Yeah, this is going to be a classic Broncos game. But they win this time, unlike losing the last time here. And everyone is going to be happy at the 6-game win streak.
I know that we've talked about this quite a few times before, but I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say it in such simple terms. I was watching a video with Teron Armstead, who I think is doing some stuff with PFF on some of their breakdown videos. And he was just talking about, he's like, every week Sean Payton just had 4 plays where he was just like, if we get this look, I'm calling this and it's going to be a touchdown. Like a guarantee, 1,000%, it's going to be a touchdown if this happens. Nick Caley just can't do that.
No.
No.
Agreed.
And so Sean Payton is going to find a way to manufacture points for the Broncos, and they're not going to be able to.
And I am glad that you said that, because my new path to 29 points, they're gonna see something they like and go for 2. Sean Payton has a 2-point conversion in there.
I love that.
There we go.
I love that, man. But depending on what point of the game that is, that'd be risky.
It might be risky. It might just be. I mean, it's Sean.
Yeah, it's
Risk doesn't exist to him.
man. You're right.
He only sees reward.
Yes, he only sees reward.
And also, Ryan, when you say all of that, just another reason why Sean Payton should never give up play calling and will never give up play calling. Keep the score predictions dropping in the Twitter chat. Seeing a lot. Only seen Broncos wins, which I absolutely love. We got some blowouts in there. 17-3 from Jason. Got 27-21 from our guy Cody. And speaking of Cody, he is the like master. Hit us with a thumbs up when you are tuning in. We really appreciate it.
They've given up more rushing touchdowns than passing touchdowns this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Texans?
Yeah, I assume that has something to do with their red zone inefficiency.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're without Joe Mixon too, which is kind of crazy to add to that, without their starting guy.
Is Nick Chubb good? I forgot to check.
He's
still got it, but not in the same way.
he's what you would expect Nick Chubb coming off a very serious injury to be.
17 for 56 last week.
They now have that rookie who's popped in the last couple of
Right.
weeks.
He's averaging 4 yards a carry. And then they have Marks. Woody Marks.
Woody Marks, the rookie. He's popped recently. I think he's going to be the guy going up against this Broncos defense for the most part.
He's
I'm weirdly
3.8
excited.
yards per carry.
Wow.
I've watched so much Jalen Waddle and Devon Achane. I can't get that game out of my mind. I cannot
tonight?
wait to watch them play football.
But Woody Marks is averaging 12 yards a catch, which I think is 13, really. Which I think is what has really caught your eye.
So in terms of scrimmage yard leaders for both teams, the Broncos' third leader in scrimmage yards is just trailing the Texans' number 1 player in scrimmage yards.
So number 1 has to be Dobbins, right?
Yes.
And then it would be Court. It
Correct.
has to be.
Correct.
And then it would be Troy.
Yep.
Yeah, that was nice.
I think Troy is literally like 3 yards behind the Texans' number 1 guy.
I think everyone is underrating Troy Franklin.
Yeah.
Right.
2 89-yard games. He's got touchdowns in back-to-back games now.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what I would like?
Touchdowns.
I would just like a string of like 40-yard games. Just like a little consistency there where it's like, you know what? You're doing something every game. Like 89 is nice, but after 2 games of 19, just turn those 19s into 40s, turn those 89s even down to 70s, and I'm happy.
Well, close your eyes this week, and then next week it'll resume again against the Raiders.
That's after the trade deadline. We have all the good feelings. It's easy to say, yeah, RJ Harvey, number 2, awesome.
He might pop this week, though.
It's possible.
He might continue. 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let's keep it going, Troy.
Prove
all
it
right,
week.
let's jump over to the other AFC West games this week, where all 4 AFC teams are all 4 AFC West teams are playing this week. After the Broncos, you've got the Chargers going into Tennessee. Guys, tell me Cam Ward can pull this off.
Under absolutely no circumstances.
No circumstances.
0 paths to victory for the Titans.
You're right. I mean, like, if there was
Wow.
any path to victory, I would pick them.
Yep.
Because this feels so Chargersy to go into Tennessee and find a way to lose. But there is no path.
I guess the path would be like the Chargers go out on Broadway the night before the game, like just stay out till like 5 a.m. And then I still think they would win.
Wow, they're that bad, huh?
They're that bad.
I think there's a 30% chance the Titans win.
The magic has run out on Cam Ward. I'm ready to say it.
Wow.
What, did the magic ever start with Cam Ward?
It was that Broncos game.
Yeah,
And they
people
scored
honestly
12 points.
honestly said he had a great training camp. So like
Yeah,
went through
that
training
was-
camp, the preseason,
The magic
Broncos
is gone.
game, and then
The Chargers are 9.5-point favorites. It's not even close to enough.
They lost 20-10 to the Raiders.
I did. It's true.
That's crazy. Then like
Okay,
38-14 to the Colts, 31-13
I was
to the
maybe gonna go crazy upset, but you
Well,
guys convinced me.
Go-
I mean,
please.
You might see what I'm
Yes.
trying to do, but anyways,
I
there's
don't see-
literally no
Oh.
way that the
There we
Titans
go.
can
You're
beat the
picking
Chargers.
you're picking all AFC West teams, aren't you? You're trying to put that reverse jinx on them
No, I'm not.
because we got the Jags playing the Raiders here.
Yep. Travis Hunter breakout game. Give me the Jags.
Yeah, this
Didn't-
is
he kind of
Jags.
had that last week.
Again.
100 yards. Oh, okay, I
We're
like
moving
that.
him into the wide receiver 1 role.
Are they actually?
It hasn't been explicitly stated, but hinted at.
Because last week 14 targets for him. That was way different than anything we've seen before.
And Henry pointed this out yesterday. He has more catches than Brian Thomas Jr. this year.
And the yards aren't that far off.
Wow.
You don't hear much
Um,
about Travis Hunter. As crazy as that
In
sounds.
a weird way,
You
you're
don't
kind of
hear
right.
as much as you probably should.
Aren't the Jags? Didn't they start 3-0 or something? And they're 1-3 in their last 4 games.
Yeah.
Give me the upset.
No way.
I hope I'm wrong, but give me the upset. Also, Raiders are so irrelevant, even if they win this game.
In their last 2 non-Titans games, the Raiders have scored 6 points.
They have one of
Total?
the worst run.
Total.
They use a high first-round pick on a running back,
name's
and their
James.
running game still
Yep.
sucks.
31-0 to the Chiefs, 40-6 to the Colts.
Wow.
And 20-10 over the Titans, who the magic has run out on Cam Ward.
If you use a top 5 pick on a running back, that guy better be generational. And if he is, then it was a good pick.
Or just you got to have an offensive line,
That's
too.
what I was gonna say. Is like, you just threw him out there. He has no chance.
Yeah. He's giving you 4 yards per carry, which behind that line,
I wonder
like,
what it is after contact.
Right. Probably like 5.
It's been a disaster there in Las Vegas. All right, let's go to the next game, which is the Chiefs taking on the Bills. I know all Broncos country is going to be rooting for the Bills in this game. And the fun thing about this one, Broncos played 11. Bills, Chiefs
I
play right
know.
after, so you can just tune in all throughout the game or all throughout the day.
I did not know that these teams were playing until like an hour ago.
Wow.
And it makes me so happy.
That
Oh,
Bills
so
plus
good.
110 money line.
Yep.
Yeah, the Chiefs are favored.
The Chiefs, I mean,
The
it
Chiefs
helps. They just had a
are-
31 zip shutout against the Raiders, but
The Chiefs are heavy favorites to win the Super Bowl.
right.
Like the book has said, like, yep, they're still them.
Yep. And the Bills have gotten no respect since like week 1.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Give me
least-
the Bills.
I love it.
Give me the Bills.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm just gonna try to fade everything that I want to happen this weekend. So I'll go Chiefs on this one, and I hope that 3 of my 4 picks are wrong, since I am taking the Broncos to win this game. And then Dion, we all got the Broncos there. Guys, the AFC West is the best division in the NFL.
Oh, good.
And we thought that might be the case going into it. The only team that's letting the AFC West down is the Raiders, but the Chargers, legit, at least record-wise. Chiefs, legit. Broncos, extremely legit right now. 3 teams with winning records is pretty damn impressive.
Yeah. I randomly remembered that I put in a bet that I've never put in before at Bet365 before this year, which was exact finish of the AFC West.
Oh,
And I went Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, which is the
10
current
to 1.
setup.
yeah. What odds do you get
I
for
don't-
exact?
It was close to that. I don't think it was
Yeah.
quite that high.
Okay. Well, because I guess it was like 3 or 4 to 1 for the Broncos to win the division.
Yep.
And that's the order you would
And
expect
that's
if
the
not.
most common. Yeah.
Man,
So if it was 4 to
I
1,
love
it
that
maybe
bet.
goes to like 6.
I love that bet.
I love it now.
Yeah, it's
I'm
looking
having
pretty
fun
damn
over there at the sports book.
Pretty damn
Yeah.
good. And let's go out to the super chats really quick. We've got Roof Vine, who says the Texans' only wins are against teams with bottom 8 pressure percentage. Every time they've played against teams with any pass rush, their offense gets rolled. Completely agree, Roof Vine. And again, I was shocked to see that CJ Stroud's only been sacked 15 times, which is almost double Bo Nix, by the way, because he just is under pressure every single snap that I seem to have watched of them. So I agree. Great point right there. And final one to round us out. Aiden Garcia says, hey, fellas, going to the Houston game with my fam. Are you guys going? If so, are you going to be at a tailgate or bar? I will be there. Aiden, hit me up on social media. I get in, my flight leaves at 5:50 a.m. Sunday. Get in 9 a.m., I think, Houston time. Game's at noon. So maybe able to meet you outside the stadium. So hit me up on social media.
I don't want to say anything.
Well, that's going to do it for us today. We will be rolling on YouTube at 10:25 a.m. Remember, daylight savings. So you get an extra hour of sleep in a good way.
Good.
Extra hour of sleep in a good way this week, but make sure to set your alarm and be tuned in with us on YouTube for the pregame show at 10:25. We got the watch along at 11 and then postgame show right after. Throw the postgame show on when you're watching the Chiefs and Chargers play. We appreciate you rolling with us this week, and we will see you on Sunday.
We all silly like the mayor.